Hello, hello, hello. Bonus stream. Bonus stream. Because, why the fuck not? I'm not ready. I literally just punked everything down and thought, do you know what? I'm going to do another stream because I didn't stream yesterday because I was in too much pain. But I might not be able to stream tomorrow. So, kind of like... Come say hi. Hi, Doc. How you doing?
Hey, Doc.
Come this way. Come this way. You see you in the top there.
Hi.
Hi.
Guess what? We're decorating the tree tomorrow with everyone else.
Yeah. Basically, the idea was I thought I'd come on now.
Hey, Doc.
Hi, Mikey.
Hey, Monkey.
And stream and do a little bit of spinning to soothe those that wish to have a nap. But
The dog is...
because I didn't get to stream yesterday because basically I was in too much pain, and I'm probably not going to get to stream tomorrow because tomorrow is tree day. So
Yes, because we're decorating the tree tomorrow.
yeah, and
because
the
it's
family are all
almost
due up
Christmas.
at 6 p.m. and normally I go on about 8, but we're going to get like a takeaway. And it's...
Yeah, I'm going to have a chicken and chips.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Why is it all of a sudden I've got everybody standing here? Look at the dog's down there on the floor and the child's here and all that. Like, right, you're going to bed. So night night.
I want to wait for Elle.
Well, Elle might not come. Elle might be busy doing something.
Today we are spinning with Mummy.
I'm spinning with Mummy today. Let's just pause for a little bit.
Nan can't decorate the tree because she is so old.
Yeah, because Nanny's old and miserable and doesn't do trees.
So it's just Kelly or Alex.
It's my tree anyway, so
What's that, dog?
Oh, was he? Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to this week because tree day is important to us. So I don't know. I might do a late stream, but if I do, it will be later. Because, like I said, my family will all be here, and
But not Nanny.
But not Nanny. No.
Matt and
Matt, Kyle, Alex, Callie, and Rob.
but
Today is Friday. Yes, all
Only-
day.
Matt and Kyle. Only Matt, Kyle, and Alex had to go to work.
Yeah, well, Alex is working tonight.
Yeah, when I'm asleep.
While you're sleeping, so he's gonna be getting home tonight. Yeah, Alex has got his first night shift tonight.
Yeah,
So shush!
he's now security guard.
Shut up, please. I would like to get a sentence out.
Oh, you. Come on.
Yeah, he's got his first security guard night shift tonight, and he finishes at 6 a.m. So he said, I'll go home. He said, I'll have a snack and I'll go to bed. So I was like, okay. He said, so don't do it like stupidly early. I said, no, it'll probably be an evening thing because it usually is, because we like to have a drink and get food in and all that lot. So that's why I'm like, I really don't know about tomorrow. I'll play it by ear. You turned into one of those COVID people who never knows what day it is. Yeah, so have I, but it's got it up in the top right hand corner of my screen.
This is
so itchy tonight, look.
this is my toy cup.
Right, you're going to go to bed now. Good night.
Huggy?
I'm busy. You've already had hugs and kisses and Christ knows what else.
I want kisses from YouTube.
No, you're not getting kisses from you two. Go on, bye. Kiss, please. Right, off we go.
Tomorrow's tree day.
Go!
I want to talk.
You always want to talk.
Shout up to me if Elle comes.
If Elle comes, I will tell you.
And when Elle says hi and make her send Yumble kisses.
Okay, I'll tell her.
And make everyone else give me kisses. You two, can you give me kisses?
No.
Yeah.
Come on!
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, bedtime just doesn't come around fast enough some days.
Everyone is gonna give me kisses.
Everyone's going to watch me smack your bum if you don't get lost.
I will
And here I've been like debating going camping with him next year. I was thinking of maybe doing Woolfest next year. Because I haven't done a show for ages. And the grandbaby would be like a couple of months old by then. So, like, you know, I'm not missing anything majorly important. But Woolfest is like 5 days after my birthday. So, I'm seriously thinking about it. Oh, yeah. Jeez. There are days, Mikey, there are days. But I was thinking, yeah, we could camp and I could stop off years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago. Oh, you've just missed him. Are you telling me I'm going to have to call him back down now? Because if he knows you're here and I haven't told him... Ugh, hang on a minute. Daryl! Elle's here. He says, hi, Elle! You have to give him yarn ball kisses, he says. Yes and no. But as I was telling everybody... Oh, well, telling Dork and Mikey just now, I should give you yarn ball kisses. I don't know that I'm going to make it on tomorrow because it's tree day tomorrow. So I'm not sure. If I do make it on, it will be later than usual. Which is sort of treading on April's toes. But, you know, that's... I'll tell her. So if she wants to go on earlier, that's entirely up to her. But I doubt I will make 8 o'clock. She gave you the pink ones with the love hearts. Okay? He says, can you do the other yarn balls as well, please?
I'll wait on one of the steps so I can see.
Well, that's what I thought you said. Yeah, you wouldn't be here tomorrow anyway. So is this where you stand at like... There you go, she's got all the kisses. Now you can go. Is this where you all stand like 2 metres apart from each other?
Thank you, Elle.
In the warehouse or something, isn't it? Is that what you're doing? Daryl, if you don't go to bed, I'm going to mute it and yell at you. Because it's the same size as stuff, yeah. What time do you reckon you'll be home then? Because the idea is that everybody's going to get here for about 6. We're going to put the tree up. We're going to have a drink and some food. And I might not get on until about 9, 10 o'clock. So I really don't know. But I will do what I did today, and that's I'll post online if I do go on. But I was sat here, I got all my steps in, and my new Fitbit didn't turn up, so I was a bit pissed off about that. And I thought, well, you know, I could go and finish my Silent Night socks because I've got I'm halfway down the foot now. You've already gone straight to bed. Yeah. I thought I could go, you know, and watch some more Doctor Who and knit some more socks and all that. And then I was like, but I wanted to spin some of this. And then Dork's talking about doing ABC socks again next year. And I've already picked out my A and my B patterns. And it was just like, I don't know, oh shit. You know what? Put Daryl to bed, it's quiet. Get on and do a little bit of spinning. Yeah, she's set up her you're suddenly shy because it's on Twitch. Sorry, the boys aren't here. She's even set up a thingy on her server for it. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Is it a channel? Is that what you call it? A hashtaggy thing? And she says it's our fault. Elle. So instead of blame Dork, it's blame Sam and Elle. A channel in the server, yeah. I prefer hashtaggy thingy. How you doing? Good, good. It's quiet tonight. Oh. So I thought I'll come on and do what I can. I don't know whether I'll get this braid finished tonight. But I should at least be able to manage an hour. Yeah. Yeah, it's just continuing on from what I was spinning last night. Baby alpaca. What I did when I went off stream last time was I braided it all up so that I've literally just got to reach in and grab the next amount to do. But I should get loads of posts tomorrow. I should get my new bobbin, my new Fitbit. I want a toy for Daryl. Yes. Yes, I did. That's the yarn that's striped like that. I didn't stripe them. These socks actually are really, really nice. Love the colourway. I'm probably going to fail the ABC straight away because I need to get that blanket finished. Because by the time sort of January 1st comes round, Callie's going to be, what? Well, she's 20 weeks now, so she's going to be like 25 weeks by then. And I've got a blanket to finish. So it might well be that I'll just have to cast them on and put them aside. And then cast on like B socks and put them aside until I've actually like done this bloody blanket. And then I'll be playing catch up, I think. You're not going to join in? You do a pair of socks a fortnight? No, the ABC is it's a sock challenge Al came up with years ago that we did, and the idea is that on the 1st of January you cast on a pair of socks whose pattern name begin with A, or the yarn name colourway begins with A, or you know, something somewhere that begins with A, and you've got, you know, you've got as much time as you've got all year to work on them, but 2 weeks after that you then cast on your B socks, and then 2 weeks after that you cast on your C socks, and then 2 weeks after that you cast on your D. You get the idea, yeah? So every 2 weeks you're casting on a new pair of socks. Yeah, the year I did it, when Elle first came up with this fucking mad idea that we all like jumped in, like, yeah, this is gonna be fucking awesome. I also did the 52 pair plunge, so I was casting on a pair of socks every week, which was quite good actually. It was a bonkers year. Yeah, I must have knit about 60 pairs of socks that year. It was great. How do you use nails again? Carefully. At least yours aren't pointy. I've stabbed myself more than once so far this week. You can't do pointy because of contact lenses. Yeah. Well, no, surely you put them in, like, you know, put the lens on that part of your finger, do you not? Or do you put them right on the tip? Because the only time I've ever watched people do contact, because, you know, eyes, they've put the lens on the pad of the finger. I have a crochet hook related injury. I don't know if you can see it. Look, right on the tip of the fucking pad. Can you see that red? Because I decided that I didn't like the because you go like that. Yeah, I didn't like the loose curly bits on the end of my dreads. So over the next few days, I'm going to be blunting them so that they look like that on the end. Yeah, instead of like this with loads of loose bonkers hair. Alpaca! And I did that on the very first fucking crochet hook. Very first thread rather. Gouged to point out my fucking... You have a blood blister right there. Oh, ouch. Yeah, it's very, very hard to scoop at your hair with a tiny crochet hook when you've got an injury anyway. It's just a casual thing really. You might every now and then grab a ski knife and pick someone who's finished up trying to get it. For the most part, yeah, which is nice. It's good fun. And it will also help me bust my stash a bit, because, you know, I might have bought mumble. Trying to see what I bought. How's it going, Becca? You alright, lovely? Oh Lord, I've deleted the email. Hang on just a moment. It's a bad habit I've got of deleting emails before I've actually got the fucking item. Where is it? remember what the fucking shop was called. Isn't that awful? Oh, I know what I was going to ask you guys. Does anybody know how to get stream elements to, like, every half an hour or so say something for me? Ah, there we go. Well, that's weird. I've received the PayPal. Where's the email? Does anybody know Lay Family Yarn? Hey, Bobby. Still no phone. Bummer. That's annoying. Where's that email gone then? Is it that one? Nope. Who was it you ordered it through? You didn't say. Oh. Can't find the email. I don't touch Vodafone with the fucking barge pole. I'm a Vodafone black spot. Literally everywhere I live. A couple of weeks ago. Everywhere I've lived, Vodafone doesn't work. And it's really weird. And the stupid thing was, I've had people visit me and have to go and buy a SIM card on a different network to use around me because for some reason Vodafone just does not like me. Yeah, I took the extensions out, Mikey, because Daryl got head lice, and to get rid of them on me, it's still dreaded. It's just they're all like that long. To get them out, I had to put basically rubbing alcohol in my hair, sit with the bag on my head for half an hour, and then rinse it out. And I have to do that like every 3 days until I got rid of them. And I wasn't prepared to do that with dreads down to my ass that take 11 hours to dry. So I took all the extensions out, and I actually kind of like it. So yeah, it's a bit mad. I keep letting my screen knock. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen these people, Lay Family Yarn. I hadn't, but I might have ordered that. Because it was pretty, and I went, ooh. And throughout the year, apparently what they're going to do is move into the next colourway each month. So by the end of the year, you'll have a rainbow. No, not and leave them out. No, I'm on my third set. Yeah, this is February dyed to order, and that's the pack that I bought. Ooh, March must be up. Is March up yet? No, because it's still January. No, it's still December. Yeah, March will go up in. But look at the yarns they do. They do very, very light speckly coloured yarns. And I was like, ooh, I kind of like some of these. And I said to them, it's a real shame because I'd missed January. And she said, would you like January? And I went, yeah. And she was like, okay. She said, I'll message you when we dye some more. I was like, so yeah, awesome. Yeah, it is very Bob-like. It's not very long at all. I'm on my third set, Becca. And I started dreading my hair about 10 years ago. 10 years ago? Something like that, I think. And I had that set up until I had Daryl. And then I suffered from postpartum hair loss. Excuse me, I need to scooch because I'm hurt a little bit. They're good, aren't they? Yeah, I suffered postpartum hair loss after I had Darryl, and in panic because my dreads went from being, sort of this thick to suddenly being held on like this at the roots. So I cut them all off. And then I cried lots most of the night. And then I found a local girl who said that she could do me a set, redo them for me. And I ordered extensions off the internet, which I dreaded myself, and took those with me, and she installed them for me. But she didn't do a very good job, and I was never 100% happy with them. And I'd always said throughout my first set, which I did myself, 100% did myself, that the only reason I would ever brush them and redo it was to have the sections done, more neatly. She didn't do that when I went and got them done, but to be fair, I only paid 90 quid to have it done, and I was there all fucking day. So I was never 100% happy with them. And then when Stuart died, I started experiencing a lot of trouble with my skin due to stress. And I got, because I've got psoriasis, as you guys know, but I also ended up with seborrheic dermatitis, and it was all across my head there, and it went in my scalp, and it was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. And I said to Kelly, I don't know, I'm going to be able to keep on with this. I might have to take him out for a bit, because I was in pain. Even though my hair was no longer than what it is now, it felt like I had dreads down to my knees because of the weight. It just felt so heavy, and it was pulling, and it hurt, so I cut them out about this time last year, actually. And I hated it. I really did. Everybody was like, oh wow, yeah, it looks really good, but I fucking hated it. And in February I then went to Wales, and I had a lady up there install my current set, and she did an alright job. They were alright. They're at least even, which, well, it's funny because she's done the sections all evenly, but they're still different different sizes. I've got some dreads that are thicker than others and some that are thinner than others, which is fine. I don't mind that. But the extensions she put in never felt like mine. They never felt like my hair. They were so tight. They were so compact that they didn't move. As dreads form, you get loops and bumps and lumps where the hair moves and knots and all that lot. And this hair didn't do that because she crocheted it so fucking tight that it didn't have room to move. So they felt very wrong in a way, and also they weren't long enough. So then I found my first set. I know. Then I found my first set of dreads, which I'd kept, and the only difference was those were like my colour before I went grey. So what I did was all the grey ones I took out of the back and extended the front of my dreads with them. So I basically had like two or three dreads attached together at the front, and then I put the dark ones back in to my hair at the back, because the back of my hair is so much darker than the front anyway, and I thought the grey ones looked really odd as my hair started to grow. And had that for a couple of months. Loved it. Loved having really, really long dreads again. But then, like I say, Darryl caught head lice. And I could put them all back in now that I've sort of solved the problem, which I am tempted to do, I must admit. But then I'm also quite tempted to just leave it and let them grow and see what happens. See how fast they'll grow, because I've had them in for 10 months now. And they are starting to, they've grown a lot. When I went and had it done, my hair was, really short. Really, really short. Let's see if I can find a picture. But yeah, we cut them on stream and everything. It was traumatic. It was traumatic. So yeah, this was as I started to extend them myself, so that the front ones were a lot longer. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. That was my original set. That was the set that I cut out after Stuart died. They were so thick and chunky, they were lovely. And this set, even though the sections were done a lot smaller, they're ending up like that again, which I'm really, really pleased about. Because I must admit, when I came back from Wales, I was like, they're so thin. But they've thickened up lovely as my hair's grown. But yeah, that's my original set. I know, it was horrible. And then all of a sudden I had this really short hair. Yeah, see, that was the day after I had them installed. Yeah. Or, ran just after I'd had them done. Yeah. Yeah, in my first set I didn't use extensions, I just dreaded my own hair. My own hair was waist length. And I dreaded it. A lot of it I didn't eat because I didn't know anything about back combing and all of that when I started. I knew very little about dreads, only what I'd found out online. So I did learn that, don't use product, don't use wax or oils or anything like that, because it's so bad for your hair. Yeah, that was the morning after having them done in February. I think. Yeah, it was. So that was the morning after having them done. And I mean, you see how short some of them were around my face. Well, they're that length now, and that's all my own hair. But yeah, so I learned not to use any product in my hair while doing dreads. That was what I looked like before I had them done. And I went the natural route. That's when I found out actually what colour my fucking hair was with no dreads in. I was like, what the fuck is this floofy shit? That was the day after I cut them. No, I won't go and get more put in now. If I'm going to put dreads back in, I'll do it myself. I can't afford to do that again. It was fucking expensive. But yeah, I mean, when I did my first set, I sectioned them and I more or less just let them go at it. And that's my what the fuck. Yeah, I let them dread on their own, and I didn't do much with it. And over the course of probably the first couple of years, I learned how to use a crochet hook to tidy them and all of that lot, and how to, because as they grow, you get all these little extra bits that all of a sudden you can make a whole new dread out of. So while you might start off with, I believe I've got about 42 dreads, or I did when I had them done, in another year or so I might have about 45, because I'll make new dreads as the new hair grows. And I learned how to do that with a crochet hook, and I learned it all off my own back. I even made like really old YouTube videos. If you go back about before I was pregnant with Daryl, so yeah, 7 years or so, I think I did a video showing how to maintain my dreads then, so you can see what they looked like then. Yeah, you use I do use a 0.75 crochet hook, so it's super small, hence the gouge in the thumb. And the best way to do it is to hold your dread in your thumb and your forefinger. You put the hook through the dreadlock, so from one side through to the other, and then you sort of scoop the loose hair into the dread. Yeah. And that's basically that's it really. You just keep doing that until it's all scooped inside and out of the way. But the thing is as well, you've got to be really careful, because if you're going to have a look, I'm sure I did a video about 7 or 8 years ago on how to do it on my YouTube. maintenance is one of those things that it kind of gets a bit addictive, because I don't like the frizzy fuzzy look. Do you know what I mean? I don't like having this halo of loose hair all around my head and all that lot. So I like to have my dreads quite neat. But you can get a bit carried away with it, and if you do too much dreadlock maintenance on it, you can actually damage your dreads, which makes them frizzier. So you end up in a bit of a vicious circle if you're not careful, because you're crocheting them to, you know, try and combat the frizz, and you're actually causing frizz or holes in your thumb, you know. You probably could do it, Mikey, but you would have to have your dreads created. What's the wildest colour I've had? Probably when my hair was... I used Ultraviolet Manic Panic. That was before I dreaded it. And it was blue in sunlight and purple in artificial light. It was awesome, but really good. Wildest it's ever been what I dreaded was Fire Engine Red. And I went to Wonderwall like that, and then I washed it the next day and it went orange. I was gutted. Or you could have braid-ins, Mikey. That would be cool. The blue one, Becca, would be on my Facebook photos somewhere. You'd have to go back a bit though. And it was great because it looked purple. It would look purple to you now because I'm underneath an artificial light. But then when you go out in the sun, it goes like bright blue. It's freaking brilliant stuff. Yeah, you'll have to scroll a ways, but I'm pretty sure it's on my Facebook. You just look for a wee bit about later. Okay, thanks, honey. See you later. Never shaved my head. Never shaved my head. The shortest I've gone was how it was before I had this set put in. Hi! I don't know yet. I haven't finished. How are you doing? I've always had long hair. You know, this is the shortest it's other than before I had the dreads put in. This is probably the shortest I've had it. But I've always had quite long hair because it suits me better. This is baby alpaca, so it's super, 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 super soft. It's all like really pale blues and pinks. Yeah, I have a bit. Oh yeah, that was just before I fell with Daryl. That's when I bleached all my dreads and that. My go-to colour, like my everyday colour before I stopped dyeing my hair, was black cherry, and that just looked so cool because it would look like really, really dark brown or almost, you know, or black. But then when you moved under the light, there would be this really dark red. It was like Black Forest Gatto. It was awesome. And it's funny as well because I've noticed, like, as I've stopped dyeing my hair, the colour of your hair has a lot to do with how thick it looks. Like if I was to dye my hair that black cherry, it would look so much thicker than what it does now. It's weird. Yeah, the darker dreads looked amazing. I loved them, but I haven't got the energy to keep up with dyeing my hair over 6 weeks, and it does need to be done every 6 weeks because where the roots are so white now. Because I've got a shock streak which runs from there. So that is pure white on that bit there. So, yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of, Mikey, I've seen it. Strip. But it's also a pain in the ass when you've got dreads as well because you have to be so careful you don't get that dye paste inside the dreads. I hate it. It's such an awfully long job. Then you've got rinse and 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 rinse, and I don't have a shower. So you're slowly going an icy blonde. Are you going to stay blonde or are you going to go like platinum? That's one thing I'm really gutted about. My maternal grandmother had white hair and it looked amazing. And I always said if I'm going to go grey, I really hope I end up like my nan with white hair, and it's sort of gone steel instead. Which, you know, looks pretty fucking awesome as well. But it's all different shades as well. Like here, it's almost white on this one. But then you go back here and it's dark, and then you go here and it's brown. It's really, really dark brown. And it's like, well, you could at least be consistent. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the chemical smell of it anymore. That's another reason I stopped. But it's just like, you know, doing this every 6 weeks was just... Full head of foils, toner, cut, blow dry and style, £90. And you go about every 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah. So you don't fancy doing the whole platinum and being silver then? I think I'll just stick with get my nails done. I've been toying with the ideas toying with the idea of getting my lashes done as well. Get lash extensions done. But I don't know whether that would annoy me. My nail tech keeps saying she's gonna like look into it and add it to her repertoire. But she's been saying that for 2 fucking years now, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm going to be old by the time she gets round to it. No, I know it's not. Hello, Andy, how are you? What? Oh, what? What's the matter? Hang on. What? Depends where you go, you know. I mean, here it's expensive to get your nails done. I pay about £10 a week for these nails. That's why I'm always so pissed off when I break one. I know, but I don't like sticking the fucking things on, you know, because they irritate. You saw when I tried those magnetic ones, that was a fucking great big disaster. I was so pissed off and bummed about that. Because everybody was like, yeah, you know, magnetic lashes, they're really easy once you get the hang of it. And I was like, no, my eyes just started watering immediately. Wow, they're not that much here. Well, it depends on what you go for, you know? I know, yeah, fuck off. I'm going to send you mine because they're shit. I hate them. They just seemed to irritate my eyes the second I got them on. I don't know whether it was the lashes, the stuff or what, you know. And yet I've worn false lashes. Yeah, well that's it. That's how much I've been quoted, 35 quid. But if you get like, is it the Russian style lashes? They are expensive. Yeah, I mean I've used fake eyelashes. I used to wear them quite a lot. That's why I wanted to try the magnetic ones. I guess I should just have to go back to wearing regular ones. Yeah, well that's it. Bit Louis hair dye and you're done now. No. And the other issue I had with those magnetic ones was that my glasses are obviously slightly off because they kept hitting one of the lenses and not the other one.
Mum?
What?
I'm going to... There's a drink in your room.
Okay.
One of my toy cups.
Okay.
And it's a drink.
Okay.
You can see it before going to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I'm sure it's the Russian ones that I looked at, and they were about 70, 80 quid here. And I was like, shit, I'm not getting them done. But then I've also been quoted, you know, for just standard lashes, 30 to 50 quid, depending on whether I wanted just, you know, normal looking eyelashes or, you know, poofy ones. This is felting around the plant. So I'm holding on to it. I've probably walked past your house. Long time ago. Back when the strip was just the strip. And there was no city. And then the rest of the world blinked and all of a sudden Vegas was fucking this humongous city. Instead of just this wee road in the desert with casinos all over it. I cuddled a Roman outside Caesar's palace. He was very tall. That's the same world over though, isn't it, Mikey? You know, I mean, I could go down the road and get my nails done for half the price what I pay the girl who does them. But I've been going to Sarah for over 20 years now. You know, and in 20 years, the price has gone up £10 over 20 years. You know, and when I went to her, she was a student. You know, she was a trainee in the shop, and you know, she took me on as one of her first full-time clients, and I was with her when she took the shop over, and it became her business. And you know, she now teaches at a beauty college, and still does nails on the side, sort of thing, you know. I'm her longest standing client. And I still pay less than everybody else because she doesn't put my prices up as much as everybody else's. They just finished a casino. They started in 2012. Oh my lord. Yeah, I went in 1990, so it's going back a bit. That's when Siegfried and Roy were still there. Stop. Hey! Stop! Lie down. Sometimes I do think, like, oops. I do think, you know, Christ, all the money you've spent getting your nails done over the years and so on and so forth. But getting my nails done is the one thing in 30 odd years that I've done that I do purely for me. I don't do it for any other reason. I do it for me. And it's something that I've, you know, it's my little bit of pampering every few weeks. And at the moment, it's the only time that I get away from Daryl. You know. Yeah. Well, I go to Schacht. I mean, Sarah would do a home visit, I suspect, if I asked her. But it's just easier to go to the salon and do it. And at the moment, our restrictions mean that she's not allowed to enter people's homes. So... yeah, that's it. I go, you know, I've told Sarah things that I've not told anybody else. You know, it's a bit like your barman, isn't it? You know, you tell things to your barman, or your hairstylist, or, you know, whatever. But I don't go to a hairdresser. Even before I had dreads, I didn't really go to a hairdresser. I cut my hair myself. It's just like chop a couple of inches off and be done with it. But I've always thought, and this is not, you know, this is not against anybody who doesn't have long nails, but I've always thought long nails make a woman's hands. Always. And I always wanted long nails when I was a kid. It was always like, yeah, I'm going to have really, really long nails. Not, you know, like you see these fucking people walking around with their cell phones and they've got these big fuck off square nails. And it's just like, dude, you look ridiculous. Not that. But, you know, I mean, I've had my nails really long. We did an experiment to see how long I could get them and how long I could cope with them and all that lot. And Sarah's got photos of my nails when they were stupendously long. Again, they're probably in my Facebook somewhere. But it is something that I do that doesn't benefit anybody else. I do it because I like doing it. He doesn't charge what he should instead of... yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Your hair didn't grow on your legs for about 10 years and it's... oh no. It's like when I had Daryl. I went in and I had my nails done when I was heavily pregnant, right up to her, and she was like, well, you know, hopefully next time I see you, there'll be an extra one with you. I had Daryl on the 25th, and I was back in on the 29th having my infills done. She was like, I can't believe you're here 4 days after having a baby. I was like, well, I wasn't going to miss my appointment and go another 3 fucking weeks. Because she's so chock-a-block that you just can't, you know. Squeezing you in is not something she can do. It pisses your mum off though, yeah, but it does. Your next nail appointment's January 7. She's so busy with the laser hair removal stuff now, so you'll need another new set. I was given the choice. She said, do you want a new set? I was like, hell yes. Yes, I've taken 2 off for you. She was like, right-yo. Hey, nuts! She was like, why didn't you take them all off? I was like, because I couldn't get them off. I tried. She was actually amazed that I'd managed to keep them on for 6 weeks. Except for that one that I broke last Saturday. Trying to get the battery off of my fucking scales. That's what I said to her. I said, I kept them all right up until Saturday. And then I broke one, taking a battery out of my scales. See, with Sarah, when she gets a new diary, she just goes every 3 weeks. Sam, 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 Sam. And just puts me in for... And I just say... What day am I coming in? And she's like, right, your next appointment's in 3 weeks. I'm like, okay. What time am I booked in for? She's like, 10:45. Okay, awesome. And then my diary, it just goes to my phone as a repeat appointment every 3 weeks. Excuse me. Can you hear me? I've just realised my mic's fucking miles away. Is that better? How you doing, nuts? Are you alright, lovey? We're talking girly products. Nails, and Elle has all her hair removed. Yeah, see, Sarah doesn't do like online booking. She's got a massive diary in the shop. But then, you know, like Jolene's dad, all her customers are long-standing clients. You know, so what she did for lockdown 2 was that if you were booked in and your appointment was in lockdown, basically you skipped it and you then went to your next appointment, which is why I had to wait a week after lockdown ended before I could get my nails done, because I wasn't booked in until the 9th. So I'm not majorly worried about hair on my body. I don't look at it, so, you know. I shave my legs, but that's because they itch otherwise, because of the psoriasis, but, you know, I don't shave, I shave my legs and my armpits and that's it. The next one after lockdown was supposed to have been the 17th, and you weren't waiting that long. Well, there you go. No, I mean, I said to Sarah, sorry, well, she said, you want me to move your appointment forward? And I said, the trouble is, if you do that, I've then either got to go 4 weeks until my next appointment. Okay, sweetie, night night, sleep well. Or you'll have to move all my appointments. So quite frankly, it's more hassle than it's worth. I'll just come in on the 9th. Only an extra few days, wouldn't it? And I'm glad I did, because it meant I will have these nails until just after Christmas. And then I'm in on the 30th. Sorry about that. Daryl! 8:30. Night night. Sorry, that was right under the microphone. I'm really sorry if I've deafened anybody then. Currently you're just having lip and chin removal because you're fed up with bleaching. That's fair enough. Having PCOS means hair goes thick. Yeah, I can imagine. Elle says night. Elle says night. I didn't hear a word of that. Yeah, I'm, you know, lucky I don't have PCOS. But, yeah. He's shit. He's shit. He's good. He really is. No, he's a good lad. I think they're doing Woolfest now in June. Don't know if you saw my Facebook post earlier. You don't Facebook a lot, do you? Don't know whether you read it. I know you don't post a lot. Your face hair's getting thicker and darker. That happens. My mum says the only place she's got black hair now is coming out of her fucking face. You don't have time. I'm thinking of doing Woolfest. Because Woolfest is 5 days after my birthday. And I was thinking of camping. So I could, like, you know, take a long weekend and camp. Maybe. Because it's not like, you know, we're going to be missing school or anything. Ah, good morning, Heavenly Flower Design. Let's hope we don't send you back to sleep then. Hey, April. I can imagine it is not. Spinners with a friend in a different state. Oh no! No! Go get it! Have it shipped! I'd go mad if I didn't have mine. How you doing, April? April, who streams on Saturday nights other than me? Is it just me? Do you stream Saturday nights? You just woke up? Oh, okay. I won't ask you complicated questions just yet then. Okay. Yeah, I thought I was as well. It's just I might be late tomorrow, that's all. Like by a couple of hours, and I didn't want to sort of tread on anybody else's toes. So why is your spinner in another state then? I'm going to call you Flower because it's shorter than Heavenly Flower Design. And it's a term of endearment if you live in the UK. Flower. Well, if you're up north like Poppy and Becca. So where's your spinner and why haven't you got it? Tell me you want it back. Say, oi! Or, you know, buy a spindle or something. So a mutual friend of mine and Els has just emigrated to New Zealand from the UK, and all their stuff got shipped out in, you know, the big transporter. That's the word I'm looking for. And all I could think of was like, aren't you worried about your spinning wheels? She brought it to try e-spinners. What have you got? Ah, you're in Oz. Lovely. Yeah, right. So I was just saying, I think I might do a wool show in June. Okie dokie. You off for dinner? Enjoy dinner. I don't know what you have on Friday nights. It's 2:30 PM, time for lunch. Lovely. Absolutely, yeah. We have a Friday night freezer food. Lovely. I had pizza. Yeah, we have a couple here in the UK. One in Wales called Wonderwall, and then another one up in the Lake District called Woolfest. They're probably the two bigger ones. We have a couple of smaller ones, but yeah, those two, they're held in like cattle sheds. We take over like the whole thing. They let the whole thing out to stall holders and all that. Like, it's brilliant. Loads of fun. Trouble is, it's a long old drive for me because I live on the Isle of Wight, which is like bottom of the UK map, wee island. So I have to catch a ferry, which takes an hour with my car, and then drive 5 hours to get there. I've done it. I've done one show where I did it in a day. The other one up in the Lake District, that's even further. But I'm thinking I might camp next year with my little boy and have a bit of fun up in the Lake District. Yeah, well, yeah, you should eat, especially if you've not eaten yet. Even if it's just a snack. I'd like to find some samples of stuff and see if we could get you, you know. Night, baby. Love you. Sleep well. Yeah, later on. See if we could find you fibres to play with that don't affect you. April. There must be something we could find you. No, right. That's it. And it's stupidly expensive, isn't it? Because you know you end up staying in hotels. Well, I did last time because I took my mother with me, and my little boy was only about 2 or 3 at the time, and even now he still gabbles on about staying at the hotel. And it's exhausting more than anything. And I think, well, shit, I'm getting old now. You know, I can't do it in a day like I used to. So I'm thinking, well, there's one in June. That's the one up in the Lake District. Just after my birthday. It's like 5 days up. My birthday's on the Monday. The show starts on the Friday and Saturday. So I'm thinking, you know, I could get up there, find somewhere to camp for a couple of days, do the show, see people I've not seen for several years. I haven't seen Katrina Roper for flipping years. He thinks it's absolutely horrific, actually. He said he's not doing it. You did cheese sandwich, lovely. Is there one in Birmingham as well? Well, that's not quite so far to go, is it? I could do that one. When's that? Send me details. Which one is it? I went to the... Is it Waltham Abbey? I went to that one a couple of times. It's been enough. I don't mind when it's summertime, you know, because when they hold them in these flipping cattle sheds, that's fine. But you're basically stood in something that's made from concrete and steel. And it gets quite cold in there, even in like the height of the summer. For Ben to get you Airbnb a house. That's a good idea. You felt the same when you became like, yeah, no, he's adamant. He's absolutely fine about the fact she's having a baby. He's like, yeah, Callie's having a baby and it's going to be a little boy. And he knows that his name's Nathaniel. He's calling him Nathaniel now instead of Batman, which was, you know, a huge plus. But when we said, you're going to become an uncle, he was like, no, I'm not doing that. So we were like, oh, okay.
There's a toy down here that I forgot to take upstairs.
Okay.
I'll get it.
Okay.
It's in the living room.
Okay. Don't say hi, or he'll come in here and he won't go away. Yarningham. Never heard of it. When is it? Do you go? Ow! Don't move that quickly, you silly cow. Oh! Yes, he's denying all knowledge of it.
The cat.
Oh. You stroked the cat. Cool. Now, Poppy, if you're listening, that looks really nice. Becca cut Poppy's hair over the over lockdown. Looks really nice. Yarningham. I've never heard of that one. Hang on. Oh, I'm going to open another tab because I want to remember to Yarningham. Stitches and hose. Oh, there's a mobile version. Ooh, July. Oh, that'd be even warmer. Ofcom Centre, Queensbridge Road. Is it right in town? The thought of driving in a city fucking terrifies me. Yeah, it looks really nice, Poppy. Do you like it? Yeah? Yeah, I had a migraine on Sunday, and in the process of puking my guts up with it, the second time, because I was sick twice, I managed to pull something in my hip. So that's why I wasn't here yesterday. Oh, was it there? Ah. Does Minnie go then? I've never heard that one mentioned. Not all of the Bendigo show sheds have power either, so yeah, right. And if it's at the wrong time of year for you guys, it's cold, isn't it? You know, the one in Wales is in April, and because it's Wales, it's very hit and miss on the weather. So, you know, some years we've been, and it's been boiling, and then other years it's like, I'm dying. I'm freezing to death. I took a friend to the Wales one year and it was so cold, and she's got like a shunt in her brain, and she shut down on me. She just couldn't function. Luckily I had a camper van and I ended up sticking the heating on full blast and chucking her in the camper for a couple of hours, but gets busy but it's not huge. Right, okay. Not heard of that one. I will look into it. It's only a few weeks after Woolfest. I couldn't camp for that long though. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, I am too, lovey, in my back. But the hip thing, yeah. I woke up with a migraine. Bad one, you know, real doozy. And I went and was sick, and Daryl was an absolute superstar, bless his heart. And then I went back to bed. And I lay there and I thought, I'm going to be sick again. I got up, hobbled back to the toilet. And while being sick the second time, which was just bile by this point, I pulled something in my actual hip joint, in the ball and socket joint. Right inside, you know, and it's absolute agony. Which is why I didn't stream yesterday, because I was in pain. So the trouble is, it's one of those that it's a little bit. I can do a little bit of standing, I can do a little bit of walking, I can do a little bit of sitting. I don't do any more than that, and then it hurts. Yeah, it's like yesterday I was sitting in my recliner and I was absolutely fine. Until I went to move, and then it was like, I've been sat here too long, and I was in agony when I went to bed. It was just like, took strong painkiller. Still 3 AM before I fell asleep. You broke your back and your neck? Seriously? How'd you manage that? Well, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'm incredibly fucking nosy. Oh, I suffer from chronic pain, Poppy, in my lower back. Yeah, the young old lady club. Well, I'm 45, so I'm, middle-aged. I've had chronic pain for 30 years now. And it started when I was pregnant with my eldest. And they said what happened was my pain receptors sent the message to my brain, and my brain went, well, that's pain due to, carrying the baby and being heavier and all that lot. And then after I had the baby, the pathways didn't close. So my pain pathways are open and they can't shut them. And it's like, well, that's no fucking good, do you know what I mean? So every treatment I have doesn't work. I've had acupuncture, I've had hydrotherapy, I've had physiotherapy, I've used TENS machines, I've had Chinese acupuncture, I've had Chinese cups, I've had massage therapy, yeah, you name it, I've pretty much had it. And they can't cure it. They won't ever be able to cure it. So I've had facet joint injections. I did ask about surgery once. I said, well, what about if we operate? And he was like, well, we could. He said, but, we don't know that there's actually... Oh, yeah, I've spent a fortune as well. I've chiropractors, all that. He said, but, we might not actually find anything because they believe it's a nerve damage problem. It's chronic pain syndrome, And he said, and if we do, we might just make everything worse. He said, and you'll be bedridden from having back surgery. And I was like, lovely. Let's not do that then. But, then on the plus side, I remember being awfully depressed when I was in my 20s and saying to my mother, I'm going to be in a wheelchair by the time I'm 40. I'm not. I'm 45 and I'm still not a chair user, which is, fantastic. Your friend flipped her car and you broke 6 vertebrae. Huh. You've been diagnosed with fibro now, which is pretty much that. Yeah. Yeah. You've had the injections, all sorts of... Yeah. Yeah, I've not been told I've got fibro. Sometimes I've suspected as much. But it's something that's really, really hard to get diagnosed with here under our trust. So I've never pushed it. I'm down as being a chronic pain sufferer. I get disability as a result. Not really much more I can do about it, is there? Just having another thing on my record, it's a bit fucking pointless. If I go in and I go, it hurts and it's bad, he gives me medicine. If I go in and say I want to try another drug regime, where they dose you and try, he would do that. But I don't want to do that because I tried that before and I have gaps in my children's childhood from being off my face on fucking medication because I don't take well to painkillers. I get stoned on cocodamol. It's great. If I want to go to sleep, I pop a cocodamol and I float away. It is, yeah. And then of course on top of that, I'm overweight. So I'm carrying extra weight, and I'm hypermobile as well. I have Ehlers-Danlos. So I go in and I go, well, this hurts, and they're like, well, of course it does. You're fat, you've got hypermobility, and chronic pain. Okay. Oh, and you've got children. And you're a single mum, so you're obviously stressed. It's fine. Go away. Yeah. But you have to find the line, don't you? I say I don't do well on painkillers. I end up completely off my trolley on them. And yeah, it does let me off, to be honest, Poppy. So I had to decide, do I want to spend my life out of my skull on painkillers? Stop it. Or do I want to live and put up with it? So I chose to live and put up with it. Well, actually, I chose to have another baby, but that's, that's beside the point. And that was hard. Going 9 months with no medication at all, other than paracetamol, was fucking awful, to be honest, I've now gained restless legs as a result, so that's fun. You know. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Yeah, I gained restless legs during my pregnancy with Daryl, which was, you know, it's just, I cried when I realised what was going on. It was just like, all the things I could possibly get, why do I now have to suffer from restless fucking legs as well? It better go away after I have the baby, because it didn't. But it was a few months before I realised it hadn't gone away, so I was just like, oh well, never mind, eh? As my dad used to say, live fast, die young, leave a handsome corpse. My son starts his first overnight shift in about an hour. That's good. Oh, excuse me. Is it warm where you are, Flower? You're in summer now, aren't you? We're just going into summer. I tried pregabalin for pain, but again, it just spaced me out, so I can't take them. I used to sit on the side of the bed when I was pregnant. And I'd sit on the side of the bed and I would tuck my heels between the mattress and the divan, and I would rock like this until basically I just couldn't stay awake any longer, because every time I laid down and was still, my legs jumped like this, you know. So yeah, I'm heading into 4 days of 30. Ooh, that's hot. Oh, that's fucking hot, isn't it? That's a bit silly. I couldn't cope with that kind of heat. No, I think I'd be living in the fridge if that was me. Whew. Hey, stop it! Yes, I'm talking to you. Look at me all innocent. I saw you. Don't whine. No. Texas keeps eating your mail. Well, tell it to give it back. Fourth piece that's disappeared, and you ordered this one for a night. That's annoying. I haven't got any. Whatever it is that you want, it's fibre. You won't want it, really. Go on, go lie down. Go to sleep, you silly old thing. Go on, go to bed. It's like my dog's a hoe, she likes to be spanked. Now she's doing that thing where they lie on the floor and they itch their face all over the carpet. It's like, dude, you need help, seriously. I need a drink. because, you know, I've drunk mine. So, don't spin. I will be up. I'm also going to run upstairs. Well, I'm going to hobble upstairs to the little girl's room. So, give me a minute, yeah? Eyes back. Oh. Whew. That was hard work. Cheers. My aim is to at least finish this little braid tonight. And if I feel up to it, I'll keep going, but I probably won't. Because I've still got socks to do. I'm all caught up with wrestling though, which is good. Strips of ice tape. Okay, sweets. Sleep well. Hope you feel a bit more with it tomorrow. Sorry about that. My daughter's messaging me. She's starting to feel the baby more and more now. Now the regional manager has been, you'll be able to sleep better. Good. Sleep well, babe. Thank you. I bumped the camera when I got up. Gosh, it would have been my dad's 70th birthday tomorrow. It's a fab sound. Listening to a spinning wheel. Even more as noisy as mine. April, has my cat forgiven me yet? Has he loved me again yet? I know she's working, but she might be listening. I'm wondering, like, you know, next year whether yarn shows and that will happen, you know, or whether we'll still be in some kind of restricted system. I haven't done yarn show in at least 3 years. I've been able to afford it. It'd be nice to go to one though. Yeah, I hope so. Would be weird camping though. Because the last couple of times I went to Wallfest, crashed on someone's floor. And then before that, I used to take the camper van up. Because we found this little dead end road down the side of a hotel. I can't remember what the hotel was called now. And it used to have like a little roundabout that was used for turning around at the end of the dead end road. And then the road would go just a little bit longer before it sort of hit a gate and then became a footpath. And there's no double yellow lines down there. And I used to park there overnight in my camper van and crash out there. Did that a couple of years running, it was good. Loads of fun. You off to bed now too? Okie doke. Sleep well, babe. I feel like I've got Alpaca tickling my nose. Ba, 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 ba. Here you go, there's a question for you. Where's the weirdest place you've ever spun or used a spinning wheel, shall I say? I remember one year for Worldwide Spinning Public Day, I took my wheel into town with a couple of others, and we sat in the middle of the town square with spinning wheels, spinning away. And it coincided with something else, and I ended up spinning away with 2 stormtroopers and Darth Vader standing behind me. That was quite good fun. And then another year, we went and sat in Osborne House, which was the home of Queen Victoria, and sat in the gardens. I've seen Queen Victoria's spinning wheel, it's tiny. But then she was tiny, so. I think one of the weirdest places I've ever knit would be Vesuvius, above Pompeii. Let me get a picture of that one though, because nobody else made to climb all the way to the top. There's only me, well, me and the dog. I've got a photo of me knitting on the side of a mountain in Norway. That's good. I miss having a camper van. You can take so much shit with you when you go on holiday when you've got a camper van. I don't miss the fuel costs though, because it ain't cheap. My dog's asleep. She's got her head on the side of the bed, and her ear is flopped over the bed and straight into the water bowl. She's got a half soggy ear when she wakes up. It's really cute. Really quite cute. Oh, she's moved it. I was going to take a fucking photo as well. Bugger. I wonder if camper vans will be cheaper once everything goes electric, and petrol and diesel and that have been banned as fuel for motor vehicles. How far a camper would go on one charge? Might make them a lot easier to bloody run. Especially if you like lined the roof with solar panels. It could charge itself while you're driving about somewhere nice and hot. That'd be cool. I'd love to put music on the background of my streams. Trouble is, I then go and export my videos to YouTube, and they'd probably mute it due to fucking copyright infringement or something. Which is a bit of a shame. Come on. Dearie. They did, didn't they? I sort of spoke to myself for a bit there and got no response, so I thought, right, I'll just enjoy the quiet then. Yes, they might be reading or sleeping. We're spinning in it, lovely. That's the only trouble, isn't it? We just don't have enough hands to do all these different things we want to do. Because I'm pretty sure I could knit and spin at the same time if I had enough hands to do it. I'd get so much more knitting done if I had 2 pairs of hands. Because I'd have one pair constantly 4-minute napping, lovely. I'd have one pair of hands constantly knitting, while my other pair took care of everything else. I remember Daryl doing that once. Took like a dozed off for all of, 2 minutes on the sofa, and then waking up, and then being awake for an extra 2.5 hours that night, and I was just like, "You're a jerk." Well, I'm knitting socks. So's Dork, I expect. She was up all last night too. Up since 3. Oh, babe. You must be shattered. Would she not let you nap? Well, can you not chuck the TV on for her and have a snooze for an hour or something? Yes, it's sock season. It's always sock season. Never need an excuse to cast on socks. That's... Oh. Bummer. Oh, bless her heart. It's good, isn't it? What, no talking, you mean? Shut the fuck up and just spin, Sam. I'd have to do it in the middle of the night, you know? Because between Daryl yelling down the stairs and the dog going, I'm only groaning every 5 minutes, and then, like, my son staying with me, he'll be home in about a half hour to an hour, and he comes bursting through the door like his ass is on fire, you know? I would literally have to do it like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm asleep then. Why? Dork likes to watch people drive. That's her thing. I didn't know those were a thing on Twitch. You could literally sit and, you know, people turn their cameras on when they're driving and broadcast it to Twitch, and I'm like, that's just weird. Why would you do that? Is there really? Wow. Bonkers the things people will watch. You honestly don't know how the women sit and with their tits out, painting their bodies against terms of service. No, I remember Alex saying to me, you know, when you come into my channel, make sure you put a different top on. I was like, why? And he was like, because you wear low cut tops, because I always wear like vest tops that, you know. And he was like, you'll probably get me fucking kicked off. What? So yeah, can't show any skin. I suspect they're probably making loads of money. Which, you know. Just hate me if I does that. Let's make lots of money. Do they really? There's a streamer that sold her bathwater on a live stream after she sat in it playing video games. She made like 30,000 of it. Seriously? People need to get a fucking life. It comes up in the mum groups quite a lot, you know, selling your panties or your flip-flops or something to fetish idiots online. And of course there's OnlyFans as well. Well, to each their own. If you hover over it, I'll tell you what it is. It's a turbo. I think she paid for that. I don't know. Can't remember. She did tell me. Pardon me. It's the cola. You can. This is a single. You can knit or crochet with it, but it hasn't got another single to sort of go around to balance it, so it's what we call unbalanced. So you would either have to set it, which means basically partially felting it, or ply it with at least one more single. And what will happen if you ply it with another single is it will help balance it out and make a better yarn. So I will spin more singles and then ply them together to make a full yarn. Yeah, Matt's awake. Oh, that was my stomach. Excuse me. Embarrassing. Yeah, because if I round this off now, what it's going to do is tangle on itself. Like, it's really hard to show you in such light because it's not balanced and it wants to be balanced. So it will twist on itself to make like a balanced yarn. Yeah. And you can do that with you know, multiple amounts of singles. So you can do it with one other single. Yeah, I know it would have been. You can do it with one other single and just make a 2-ply yarn. You know, the most I've ever made, I made a 6-ply yarn once. And that was quite a nice yarn, actually. Singles are energized, which is what makes them want to wrap around themselves. So when you spin a single, or when you spin a set of singles ready to ply, you spin them with your wheel going in the same direction all the time. So I spin clockwise, and then, yeah, but you spin your wheel back the other way. Yeah, so when I'm spinning this single now, my wheel and this is all going clockwise. See, like that. It's really hard to do slowly, but that's it, going clockwise. And then when I ply it, what I would do is hold together all the singles that I'm going to ply into one yarn, and I'll run it through onto another bobbin. So ask away. But I will spin the wheel back the other way, and that will cause the plies to wrap around each other that much tighter, which then helps give you your balanced yarn. Yeah. I know somebody who spins on a wheel and a spindle, and I went round her house once, and she'd bought this wheel. I can't remember what type it was now, but she'd been looking for one for ages, and she finally got it, and she was testing it out, and I was watching her, and she spun, you know, clockwise to ply anti-clockwise. And then we were chatting away, and she was telling me about spindles as well, because I didn't spindle spin at the time. And she said, look, I'll show you. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, fine. And she said, yeah, I should have a go. And she handed me this spindle. And the yarn kept breaking, and I couldn't figure out what the issue was. And it wasn't until I was watching her a bit later on that I realised when she spindle spins, she does it the other way around. She spindle spins anti-clockwise and plies clockwise. But when she wheel spins, she does it clockwise and plies anti-clockwise. It's really weird. She didn't even realise she did it until I pointed it out to her. I said, now I know why the yarn kept breaking. I said, you spindle spin the wrong way round. She was like, no, I don't. I said, yeah, you do. I said, go on, do it. So she did. And she was like, oh my God. She said, I never noticed that before. Right, we finished that bit of floof. Oh, dear me. Right, so, I'm worn out now. I'm going to leave it there. Move that back a bit. I'm going to leave it there because I've had enough now and it's 10 to 10. I'm going to go knit on my socks. Might actually get them finished this weekend, that'd be good. And then I can cast on fairy lights. And I want to find out where this yarn that I ordered the other day's gone as well, because that hasn't arrived yet. So, okay, well, for those of you that are chatting, thank you for chatting. For those of you that are lurking, thank you for lurking. It was a pleasure. My son is still awake. Jerk. We don't mind the lurkers. The lurkers are good, you know, but hey, say hi next time. I don't bite. Well, not very hard anyway. Only feels nicely. Have a good evening. Those of you that are in the UK, have a good day. For those of you that are the other side of the pond, I might be on tomorrow. Okay, I really don't know what time because I have my family around and the tree goes up tomorrow because it should be my dad's birthday tomorrow, but my dad passed away sort of 13, 14 years ago, so it became tree day as a result. And yeah, I'll play it by ear. If they all clear off at a reasonable hour, I might pop on for an hour and do a thing, but I'll post on my social media a wee bit before, you know, while I'm getting ready sort of thing. Give sort of 10-minute notice, and in my Discord when I go live. So if you you know, fancy knowing it, that's my Discord channel. Oh, hang on just one moment. Elle's gone. Go to bloody sleep. Or just search me for Pretty Tapper everywhere else. I need to set that one up because I don't think I've done it yet. So yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day and I will see you maybe tomorrow. If not, I will be back here on Twitch on Wednesday. I might do another night, I don't know, but Wednesday for definite. Okay, have a great time. See you all later. Be good, and if you can't be good then have an awful lot of fun doing whatever it is that you're doing.